Test, test. Test, test. Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live video streaming event of Table Rock Sports Productions. I am Boomer Marshall alongside Caleb Franklin and the Chief, Dan Marshall. We're coming to you live from South Medford High School in Medford, Oregon. Welcome to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. Today featuring the visiting banged-up Lady Hornets of Enterprise High School out of Redding, California, taking on the #1 ranked team in the state of Oregon, your Lady Panthers of South Medford High School. We're pleased to bring you this game in partnership with TableRockSports.net, also in partnership with the Medford School District and our participating community business partners. Be sure to download the new version of our free app. Watch all Table Rock Sports Network events on your phone, tablet, PC, or anywhere you connect for free. We also invite fans to check out all the features on TableRockSports.net, where you can find easy access to live streaming events, Southern Oregon Sports Spotlight, and our new feature, The Alumni Watch. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have Coach's Corner with head coach for the Lady Panthers, Tom Cole, right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Hello, I'm Lennox Scott, Chairman and CEO of John O. Scott Real Estate. In 1931, my grandfather started John O. Scott Real Estate. I would like to take a moment to thank you for your trust in allowing us to serve your real estate needs. Helping you realize your home ownership dreams is why we do what we do. But one thing is clear, it takes place one client at a time, each individual buyer or seller, because at the end of the day, it comes down to you. The past few years have been an incredible time of growth for us. We now have over 110 offices and more than 3,000 broker associates in the states of Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and California. But our higher purpose is living life as a contribution.
Well, welcome back here live at South Medford High School, the home of the Lady Panthers, the #1 ranked team in the state of Oregon. Gonna have a home game today. Haven't had one of those in a while. The Lady Panthers have been road warriors out on the road doing work, whether it's been Hawaii, California, up in Portland. Went on a back-to-back up at Silverton and Churchill last week. Find themselves now at 10-3, #1 ranked team in the state of Oregon. Had a chance to catch up with head coach Tom Cole and his thoughts, what it's going to take to get the job done today and what their performance has been like to this point. Here's what Coach Cole had to say.
Coach, pretty good start to the season. Find yourself #1 team in the state. With the schedule you guys have had, the ability you guys have had to go on the road and really be road warriors. Talk about your team a little bit and their ability to go on the road and get wins. Hey, Tom.
I think we're further along than where we thought we would be at this point, and we really have had a very difficult schedule with a ton of travel and really good quality opponents. So it gives us an opportunity to get a kind of mid-season assessment, if you will, of where we need to be, where we need to improve at. And I think as we move into conference, the goal is now is just continue to try to get better.
Nice to be home, too, I'm guessing, today. Home tilt to get to Enterprise that you guys have battled over the last couple of years. They come in at 10-8. Talk about game plan today and what troubles Enterprise presents.
Well, they're always, we've played them a few times over the last few years, and actually this head-to-head has been going on for probably about 7 years. And a couple years ago, they got the best of us. Last year, we were able to return the favor. And they're a school similar size to us. They play in a decent conference, and they play a pretty good off-conference schedule. So they play in the West Coast Jamboree. They've seen some good teams, so it's we know that we're not going to surprise them necessarily. But I think for us, it's really about trying to play with pace and get contributions from all of our kids, which we've been successful to do so far. And I think, play with tempo, and really try to play, the style of basketball that we're used to, which is a full court matchup, man-to-man defense, and make them earn every inch of the floor.
Talk about that tempo a little bit. Included, obviously, it helps to have the depth when you're trying to play with that tempo. Maybe something the last couple of years that you didn't have as much of as you had in the past. Talk about it this year, because it's really maybe one of the strong suits of this team.
Yeah, it's probably, you're right. I mean, this is, for us, probably the deepest team that maybe I've had in 13 years. I won't say that it necessarily is loaded with the kind of talent that certain years have had, but there's a lot of parity, and those kids are all able to make contributions. And what we've seen so far is we've been able to get production out of 7, 8, 9, sometimes is even going all the way to 12. And I think the more that we can get into a rhythm, and each of those kids can come in and bring something to the table and be able to really contribute, it just adds to the ability to be meaningful in March.
Absolutely. Thanks for your time, Coach.
Yeah,
good luck today.
All right, Luke.
That was head coach Tom Kroll, his thoughts about what it's going to take to get the job done today. You heard him talking a little bit about the tough schedule they've had and the ability to go on the road, get wins, and big wins against big programs. Talk about a team from Tennessee in White County, Tennessee, a national power year in, year out. You beat a team like that, and you beat a team from Sacramento and Franklin High School. And then, teams here in the state of Oregon. Talk about West Linn. You go up in Portland in a tournament, beat them in the semis of the POA, and that team beat South Medford in the consolation bracket after the Panthers lost in the first round to Southbridge last year. West Linn beat them in overtime, and West Linn has a lot of the same kids back that they had a year ago. I think pretty much their whole team back. Their whole starting five, I know, was back. And so the Panthers going on the road, winning that one 55-39, ultimately winning that championship against in-state 5A power Wilsonville. They lost a couple games in Hawaii, but they played some really tough competition and find themselves 10-3 and number one in the state of Oregon at the 6A level. So first home game they've had for a while. I think the last home game they had was at home against the Crater Comets, and which they rolled to. That's kind of an understatement. I believe it was 75-30. So and the Comets, are a 5A power, one of the top 5 teams in the 5A ranks. So it'll be good to see a home game here for these ladies. They've been kind of road warriors up to this point, and I'm sure they're excited to play in front of their home crowd. Thanks for joining us at home. As it sounds like it's halftime of that Niners-Vikings game, and the Niners got a 14-10 lead. So I'm sure you guys will be going back and forth from the tablet to the TV. And if you get any scores or updates, you can go ahead and shoot me a text message. Let me know what's going on. Anyway, I got the Chief here with me. I got Caleb Franklin. I'm Boomer Marshall. I'll be on the call today. And we're going to have some fun. That's what we like to do. Kids are supposed to have fun playing the game. We're going to have some fun calling it. And we're looking forward to hooking on with the ladies here and the South Medford program as they move forward in their season and hopefully make a run up to the state tournament and beyond. So we're going to take a quick break, though. We come back, we'll have starting lineups and have Chief and his thoughts, and we'll have some fun with you guys at home. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back after this. You're watching high school basketball on Table Rock Sports.
This way here, Will.
Circle K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward Program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Rebounding?
Yeah. And we're back. Welcome back here live from South Medford High School as the Lady Panthers are getting ready to square off against the Lady Hornets of Enterprise High School out of Redding, California here in a non-conference tilt. And about 2 minutes away from starting lineups and national anthem, all that fun stuff. I'm going to go ahead and bring the Chief in, Dan Marshall. Chief, good to have you here. 100 seconds here, so let's try to keep it brief. But what do the Panthers got to do to protect the home court and come away and get a win today?
First of all, hey, great to be here. Halftime 49ers game, 14-10. First time I've seen the South Medford team since the state tournament last year, Boom. And but obviously hitting on all cylinders, and it's kind of a little transition game going into conference. So I'm looking forward to watching the number one team in the state against always a tough team out of Enterprise, California, or Redding, California, Enterprise High School.
Yeah, it ought to be a good one. Notably today, Bella Petrojetti, the Panthers leader, who's on her way to Eastern Washington University, the senior, will not be playing. She suffered a broken nose up at Silverton High School, and couldn't have a mask ready. So no Bella today for the Panthers. So everybody's going to have to step up accordingly around her and have to get the job done in order for the Panthers to come away with a win here. This is an Enterprise team that 2 years ago beat South Medford. Last year, like Coach Cole said, they returned the favor. But they find themselves here in a situation where they got to play a game. Enterprise is coming right out. They're not even aware that there might be starting lineups or a national anthem. They're ready to play.
They're out of the Redding. They're out of the Redding Red Bluff. Actually, I guess city of Redding, huh? But
yeah.
We used to play them in softball all the time. They always bring out, whether it's football, basketball, fast pitch, softball, they bring it, and they're ready to go. They don't need any lineups.
They're ready to play. They're like, what's starting lineups? But it's interesting. There's a guy by the name of Brody Angley. Once upon a time,
Enterprise, California.
Yeah, Enterprise High School. Brody Angley played point guard there. Then he went on to play point guard, I believe, at Santa Clara.
I know Cal and Stanford were on him. That kid was a real deal.
Yeah, and he is just as good a football player, they say, as he was a basketball player. So we know that he'd be tough. So anyway, Enterprise, I'm sure, will come under the head coach Anthony Williams, and I'm sure they'll bring their best after today. Although they are missing a few players. Abigail Schaff is injured. Emma Seitz is sick, and Natalie Mendez is also sick. And those are three starters that Enterprise would normally have.
I wonder if that has anything to do with the 49er game, but I don't know.
Right. We're going to take a quick break for the national anthem. We'll be right back after this.
Let's go! At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local US Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
The Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery provide professional, personal, and compassionate care for their patients. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls practice the full scope of services, from corrective jaw surgery to wisdom teeth removal and much more. For more information or to schedule your complimentary dental implant consultation, call 541-779-3781.
We think in our stores that we have the best selection and the best value for the dollar.
My name's Haley, and I've been showing sheep for 5 years through 4-H and pigs for 2 years through 4-H. 2 years ago I got grand champion, and today I got reserve grand champion. It's a really good program, and it teaches the kids self-responsibility. And the program wouldn't be how it is today if we didn't have people like Sherb coming out and supporting us.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. He was shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at Southern Oregon Sports.
Whetstone. And number 23, Alyssa Terrace.
Welcome back here live at South Medford High School. I'm Boomer Marshall alongside the Chief, Dan Marshall. Caleb Franklin will be bringing you those shots at home. And as the starting lineups go for the Lady Hornets of Enterprise High School, Heather Alexander, number 1, get the start. Also starting number 2, Miana Seichow. Number 4, Kylie Mendes. Number 20, Natalia Saturn. And number 20, JC Whetstone. And number 23, Alyssa Terrace. For the Panthers, it'll be junior Kaylee Chamberlain. And number 1, a junior, Tony Coleman. Sophomore, 6'2", Sierra Logue. And also starting for the Panthers will be number 12, Tanisha Coley. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Lady Panthers will be a junior, number 20, Bella Stone. As Bella Petrogetti, like we talked about, on her way to Eastern Washington, not in the lineup today as she suffered a broken nose last week up at Silverton.
Yeah, after winning that big tournament, the Les Schwab tournament or a big Portland tournament, breaks her nose at Silverton and comes back to Medford, gets the surgery, and then comes back and able to beat Churchill up there on the road. So the number 1 Panthers facing a little adversity without Bella tonight.
Here we go live from Dennis Murphy Court. Ball up in the air. Sierra wins the tip. Goes to Tony Coleman. Little drive by, up and in. And Tony gets them on the board early. So the Panthers take an early 2-0 lead. Nice little Euro step there, Chief.
Yeah, I tell you, a little tip play there, hey, tip it to your point guard, let her drive and penetrate. Nobody defend, lay up, start the game 2-0. Tony Coleman, been working on her game all year. Good job, good start by Tony.
Kaylee Chamberlain knocked it off of an Enterprise player out of bounds, so turnover back to the Panthers. Kaylee will go to Tanisha on top. Tanisha to Stone in the corner. Stone will swing it to Coleman. Kaylee on the baseline, inside to Tanisha Coley. The left hand hook shot up and in.
All I've heard is she's a defensive player. Boom, right there. Put it on the floor. Go right up with the left hand off the glass. Nothing but net.
And in transition here, Enterprise, well, not transition. Alexander goes baseline, kicks it out to to Whetstone. And here's a deep 3 off the backboard out. Coleman down with the rebound. She can start the break and does. By the defender, and that's going to be a block. And Tony Coleman's going to earn herself a trip to the free throw line for 2.
Hey, great job there, coast to coast. Really gets a big rebound. Comes down, drives, penetrates, kick it or take it, and they foul her. Get 2 shots at the line right now. Good job by Tony on the break. And she had somebody out there she could kick it to, but felt good about it and got fouled. 2 free throws.
First one up and in. And the Panthers go up 5-0 here early. And I don't want to say it looks bleak for Enterprise already, but it looks like they're having a tough time breaking the pressure, and so the Panthers could have their way. Coleman goes 2 for 2 at the line, and the Panthers will put on that full court pressure that Tom Cole talked about in our coach's corner. They'll double in the corner there, trying to tip it away. Down on the floor goes Enterprise. Ball's tipped, and it'll stay with Enterprise. I think that the clock started at 6:58 at 6:51, so does the 7 seconds remain on for the 10-second call. That's up in the air. Bella Stone knocks it away. Goes out of bounds on the baseline.
Bella transfer in, right, this year, Boom?
From the coast, I believe, in California. And that pass is going to be out of the reach of Alyssa Terrace. And the Panthers will have it out underneath their own basket here with 6:47 left in the first.
Well, we say you can get 6, 8, 10 points a game on an out-of-bounds play underneath your own basket. And take a look here and see what kind of out of bounds. You can draw up with Tom Cole. Now we're going out of the side, so a little bit different than underneath.
Looks like Enterprise kind of wants to sit back in like a 2-3 zone. Coleman penetrating through a couple defenders, and that's going to be knocked away. It'll stay with the Panthers.
Well, if I'm Enterprise playing these guys, especially without Bella, I think that's what I'd do is get in a 2-3 or get in some kind of zone where you don't have to match up.
And there's a great little pass inside, and they score on the out-of-bounds play there. Panthers have an early 8-0 lead, less than 90 seconds into the game. There's a whistle, and that will go against Tony.
And we talked to Tony, for the last couple of years. Don't get in foul trouble early, kind of like her brother, KK there. Don't want to get those point guards in trouble early foul-wise. And, it's kind of tough out, a little adrenaline going, and you're getting after it a little bit, and you have to stay out. You have to really be disciplined not to draw that foul early, especially when you're up 8-0, boom.
Ball's tipped away. Coley has it. We'll pull up there. Get it off to Bella Stone. Directing traffic. She'll go to Wheels on the cut there. Sierra will pop out. Now to Coley. Bella Stone there on the right wing will swing it over. Kaylee Chamberlain.
Boom!
Bang!
Looking forward to see this girl play. Boom. Actually, put up big numbers the last few games up north. Had 24 and 24 in a couple different ball games, and kind of just follow in the footsteps of Ula, who's Weber. And great job there by Kaylee, just getting it off, and now we're back on the offense.
She's hunting another one right now, I can tell you that. There it is from the right wing, off the back rim. And
not afraid to put it up.
No, she's never been bashful. Let's put it that way.
That runs in the family there. I think mom and
Ula,
uncle. Never seen a shot that you don't like.
Yeah. Dribbling on the baseline. Wheels will turn it over there.
Yeah, trouble down there on the baseline, boom. Anytime you get down in there, why go to the baseline if you don't have an idea and try kick it out? And it's a turnover waiting to happen.
Too many steps. That's for three.
Boom.
And in there. Alyssa Terrace gets Enterprise on the board.
Kind of good to see that right there. Got to challenge them a little bit here. 11-3 early.
And we got scoreboards out. Must have been Beej's fault.
Well, hey, athletic director Tim Rupp, I'm going to blame it on him.
Yeah.
Beej, I'm sure he's got it under control, but
somebody just needs to give Beej like one of those little YMCA clocks, the ticker on it.
Yeah.
He'll be standing down there holding court.
Little drum roll here, and little Chevy Chase. Got the lights back on, scoreboard back on. We're good.
Chamberlain to Bella Stone on the right wing. There's a skip pass over the top. And that's Emma Schmierbach into the game. That's going to be out of bounds off the Lady Hornets.
13 games in the season. I think Schmierbach had a pretty good preseason here as well, boom. Obviously, all these girls have.
Yeah, that's what. And Coley in the lane.
Probably going to get a travel there.
Yeah.
Dancing before the music starts, boom.
Enterprise will have it. Shaq will check in. Shakaya Teague Perry. And the band goes crazy.
This girl can play. She can put it on the floor and create her shots. Drive to the bucket. I'm not sure why she's coming off the bench. And 2-year starter or 3-year starter, bro?
Yeah, for 2 years. There's a three from the corner for Enterprise. Rebound, Schmierbach. She'll push the pace. Go to Sierra. Outside to Kaylee. Back inside to Sierra. And Sierra will earn herself a trip to the line.
Hey, Sierra Logue, big game at the state tournament last year against Cameron Brink, and battled. And now, trying to improve those offensive skills. But her grandpa's a Rancho alumni, a couple years younger than me, but we got a little bit in common there. Knocked that down.
First free throw up and in.
Sierra Logue.
For Sierra Logue. And
had a big preseason, hadn't she?
Yeah, checking into the game now is Lottie Dillard, the sophomore. Second one up and in. And the Panthers go up 13-3. That one's tipped. Dillard will go outside. Chamberlain for three. Bang!
Hello.
Kaylee Chamberlain.
Hey, when she plays
from
within
downtown.
herself, man, she is just like her sister. Don't try to force it. Get a shot open, spot up, and she's deadly out there.
16-3 here early in the first quarter. Shaq inside. That one's tipped away. Gets it right back. Puts it up and in.
Shaq off the glass.
And the Panthers still putting pressure on. Enterprise able to beat it up the sideline there, but dribbling back into Lottie's foot. Kind of kicks it away. No call. Shaq will lead the break. Go outside. Schmierbach to Lottie. To Wheels. Again. Off the back rim. Sierra goes up. Ball's won by Enterprise. It's tipped away there. And South Medford regains possession. Schmierbach goes up hard. It's fouled. And will earn herself a trip to the line.
Big article last week after they won that Portland tournament, Boom, and then Coach Cole talked about his bench being very, very deep. And looking at him tonight, coming off whether it's Schmierbach or whether it's I'm not sure why Teague Perry's coming off, Shaq coming off the bench, but anybody they put in there, Bella Stone, she looks like the real deal, and they look like the real deal. They look like number one team in the state. A little stumble at Silverton, but certainly looked like the real deal here early, Boom.
19-3. Enterprise will throw it ahead, have a 3-on-2 opportunity, and they'll pull up from distance. And Miana Seychow knocks it down. Lainey DeLynn into the game, and she's going to fire.
That girl can shoot.
Lottie goes up with the left hand, gets the offensive rebound, and puts it back in. 21-6 here early. Schmierbach pressuring out front.
Get a 5-second call or something going on there. Schmierbach just kind of like Tony, relentless defense. And
that one's going to be short off the rim. Chamberlain down with the rebound. She looks up. Lainey DeLynn ahead of the pack. That one's going to be over the top. Teague Perry there with the rebound, and it's fouled going back up.
Enterprise California, though, I think we made that trip over the Siskiyous a few times, the Red Bluff tournament, and
yeah,
see Enterprise, see Foothill, see Red Bluff. I mean, they're tough kids come out of there, good programs and good coaching. So right now, South putting it on them. South having their way.
Tatum Schmierbach checks into the game, the freshman, Emma's sister, and Kendall Feely, also a freshman, checking in for the Panthers.
Really high in these freshman girls, Feely and Schmierbach.
Tatum with the offensive rebound.
And then, of course, the freshman who's hurt.
Yeah.
The best basketball player in the city of Medford, right?
And for her age, probably the West Coast.
Wow. I seen her down there warming up early with rebounds and helping the team out. That's a good sign, Boom. When you see that, when she's out with ACL, down there helping the kids out and being part of the team, that's a good sign.
And Enterprise will take a timeout. We're going to keep it right here for the time being. Fans, Travel Medford and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission invite you to be a part of the premier local sports event of the year. Thursday, February 13th is the 6th annual Top 10 Sports Stories and Awards Banquet. Spend an evening celebrating great moments and athletes from the past year with the proceeds benefiting the Southern Oregon Sports Commission. Visit travelmedford.org to purchase your tickets. We'll see you there. Also coming up at halftime is the Medford Parks and Recreation Halftime Report. We'll recap scoring and stats, tell you about some great youth sports programs coming up in 2020. Visit playmedford.com to learn more or to register your young superstar. Enterprise here inbounds the ball. And across the timeline is Principal Donnie Frazier comes by and says hello. And always nice to see Mr. Frazier. Three-pointer off the mark for Enterprise. Teague Perry pushing and into traffic. It turns it over there. Enterprise now has an advantage opportunity. Kicked out. And the jumper there rims out. Schmierbach tips it to Laney DeLynn, who will lead the break. DeLynn, little step through up and in.
And Laney's dad, John, he was one of the premier players in the South Medford Boys program here for years, and he was just a born shooter. Back in the day, he could shoot it and light it up. And
double dare. Enterprise steps on the line.
It's Laney, a junior now, probably same class as Tony, and they got some players in that junior class, and she's one of them. She can light it up now, just spot up and shoot. But that time, going to the rim, off the glass. Nice little kiss off the glass.
And that one's turned over. Enterprise, though, is going to be called for the carry. I think it's the right call. So turnover back to South Medford here, 23-6. Panthers have the early lead. DeLynn. Shack inside, kicks it right back out. And that pass is a little too tall for Lottie, and tried to save it, but it will go out of bounds, turned over back to Enterprise.
Like I said earlier, Boom, a good transition game here for South after that tough schedule coming in to conference. Get this game before conference begins and able to rest some of your kids, especially with Bella out, and then be able to rest some of your starters and get everybody some playing time. Right now, couldn't be a better situation for South.
And good pressure there by the Panthers. Enterprise in a whole bunch of trouble as they're having a tough time getting the ball inside the three-point line. Good move there. Fouled. Not able to get the shot to go, but earn herself a trip to the line. Miana Seychow. Also should mention Abigail Schaff, whose uncle's Mark Schaff, the head basketball coach at Lake Oswego, and Kevin Love was there and was there for a long time. She has a foot injury, so she's not playing.
Enterprise kid.
And then two other Enterprise kids also not playing who would normally start. So
tough road trip for Enterprise coming up here. First of the year without two or three of their starters and having to run into the number one team in the state.
Yeah. 23-7 now, sorry. Penetration there, a little floater, up and out. Shack down at the rebound. She looks up the court. DeLynn on a little THTH. Too hot to handle. Up strong with the layup. Tony tips it out and will push. And looks ahead to Shack. Back inside the Feely. And the Panthers build their lead here. 1 second left. Shot up off the front rim. And that's going to do it for the first quarter here. The Panthers leading over Enterprise 25-7. We'll be right back after this.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is the guy from Lithia who made it all possible, Carlos. Hey, Carlos. You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guy during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on LithiaSuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
I saw a parent, dad in the stands yelling at his kid, trying to coach him from the bleachers, and the embarrassment on the kid's face. It looked like he was about to cry while playing the game.
I think it's very embarrassing for a student athlete to see their parents being escorted out of the gym or off the playing field.
I'd be surprised if that kid comes back to the game.
And you risk a child enjoying the game, that you rob them of the fun. You have made a bad choice.
Welcome back here, headed to the second quarter. Boomer Marshall alongside the Chief, Dan Marshall, and Caleb Franklin bringing you those great shots at home. Chief, pretty good first quarter there for the Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers came out looking strong. You know, Enterprise a little short-handed, but South up-tempo. And, you know, I even like them in their offensive sets when they were not in transition. Boom, they're seem like they're patient, trying to get good looks and get good shots. So that's important to be able to run your offense when you're not able to get out in transition. And right now, South hitting on all cylinders and got Tony back in the game. I don't know if they get it.
Yeah, I think they got it for a second, but
and she's a little aggressive. KK a little aggressive. Back in the day, we got, hey, don't get a foul, don't touch anybody till the second quarter at least. That's tough to say though when they got it rolling and things are going good. The ball's out in front of you there, and those guys with whistles, they think they got to use them.
They don't want to run the other way, and they don't have to. They know if Tony's going to steal it, and then she's going to pick it up and dribble the other way, and you have to chase her down. So
right. So yeah, that's. I try to tell those guys, just because you have a whistle, you don't have to use it every time.
And here's a little double. Nice pass inside from Stone. Sierra will kick it out. Tony.
Now's a good time to run a set, Boom. Run a set, get a good look, take your time, be patient.
There's a little high-low
there you go.
action. And
that's what we're talking about right there.
Good patience there. Good job by Sierra at 6'2". Good job just seeing over the defense. And Panthers going to be called for a hand check there. Foul against Bella Stone. There was 7 minutes, 9 seconds left in the second quarter.
Bella Stone looks like, really complimentary there for Tony. They both want to get after it. Pressure out on front.
Nice steal, nice pass, layup, good.
Wheels!
29-7 here, Panthers lead. And that's going to be a little too far. Bella Stone runs it down and will push in transition. Kaylee, nice shot fake there. Penetrate, finds Sierra, out to Tony.
Couldn't knock that down, Tony.
And that's going to be off the mark. Tanisha rebounds, saves it. Great save there. Back up top to Stone. Wheels from downtown. Off the back iron. And they're going to say it went over the backboard. Ball out of bounds to the Lady Hornets.
I've been listening about Tanisha since she was 10, what kind of player she is. And she's a hard-nosed player, Boom, and Monty Coley giving us a scouting report on her since she's about 10 years old, and her and Sierra down low, and they're tough defenders and hard-nosed basketball players.
There's a little runner up and in for Heather Alexander. Coleman, Chamberlain, Bella Stone, Tanisha looks inside. Sierra looked like she was a little bit behind her, and she jumped, and the timing didn't really work out too well.
Yeah,
you want to throw it up to her, let her use her length. That's a nice little in and out for three. Bang! Alyssa Terrace. And that was good offense right there by Enterprise.
Yeah, move around, hit your shooters, bottom up, especially right now.
And there's a cut, and Tony misses that one. Same kind of thing. Ball placement there on the passing. She throws that one up and over the defense. Kaylee was behind the defense. There's a little lob play there. Good job by Tanisha kicking that one away. Kaylee. And Tony gets drilled from behind and lands on the basketball. Hopefully she's okay.
Tony saying, "Did you see that big girl hit me? Did you see that big girl hit me?" I said, "No, Tony, that's normal stuff, but she could take that tackle."
Yeah, she's tough.
I think she was the MVP for the homecoming.
For the Powder Puff
game?
The
Powder Puff game. And they give Tony the ball, she'll score. So I don't think that bothered her too much.
And shot blocked there. Sierra's shot blocked. So back-to-back shot blocks there from Enterprise. They'll be out in transition now.
Good job by Enterprise right there, scrapping around.
Good transition defense there by Schmierbach out on top. The length, the speed.
Yeah, she is just relentless out there, just like Tony. Her and you don't want to mess with Schmierbach.
And that ball's knocked away. Looked ahead. Schmierbach kind of rips it through, up into contact. Will earn a trip to the line.
Isn't she like a state champion distance runner too, Boom?
I don't know if she's a state champion. I think she's a good one.
Yeah, that girl's, and her dad coaching at Crater.
Yeah, dad's the head coach at Crater.
So kind of getting it done. I mean, that girl, He's feisty and all over the place and laid up the other end, play some defense. Good job there.
First free throw up, and that's short off the mark. Shakaya Teague Perry, I call her Shaq, so back into the game. Tanisha Coley will take a seat. Second free throw up, and that's off the mark. Rebound down to the Lady Hornets. And they're going to be whistled for the traveling violation.
That's sliding before the music starts right there. You know, a chance to dance. Hustle, good hustle play by her, but unable to do it, bro.
Bella Stone has it out on top. We'll go to Schmierbach, who looks inside to Sierra. Sierra back to Schmierbach. Schmierbach penetrates, ball's loose in the key. She definitely got grabbed. And no call. And Enterprise wins the possession and ultimately calls a timeout, so the ball will stay with Enterprise. Second quarter, we're down 5-4, Chief. You know, and the only person that probably bugs is Tom, because if you come out and you score 25 points in the first quarter and now you only have 4 through 4 minutes, that's like a coaching thing. Like, it just eats at you. Just play the game the right way. Don't try to do anything outside of what we normally do. And when you get out there and try to do too much or try to dribble through a couple extra defenders or make that really nice pass instead of just do the little things right, you wouldn't be in that position. And you can see Tom getting after the girls a little bit there in the break and sharpen up a little bit.
Yeah, it's always better to yell at them when you're up 17 than down 17.
Right. And count still on. We got to be close. And there it is. 10 fingers held high.
Schmierbach again. I tell you, watching her and Tony, it's easy to take Tony out, bring her in, or put them in together at the same time, but they're relentless, always on defense, causing point guards trouble, and not able to get in their offense there.
They go to the corner. Chamberlain baseline again, and nowhere to go. And the problem is, when she's going baseline, the two times she has, it would work if somebody would step right in front of the basket. And both times they've stayed right on the elbow, and you watch her dribble baseline, and then she leaves her feet. There's nowhere to go with it.
We always teach kids, don't go baseline. If you do go baseline, then somebody's got to come to the ball. Nobody comes to the ball. You get trapped in there. And Kay Healy, that's not her move anyway.
Yep. That ball's out of bounds. Turned back over to South Medford.
Kaylee's moves spot up out there, on that three-point line and just drain them, and then work her butt off on the defensive side on the board. So, and I'm sure Coach talked to her about that a little bit, but, kids get up in the motion, and, everybody wants to drive, and then they get caught down there in the baseline, nowhere to go, got to kick it like that.
Laney Dillon for three.
And the Glenn family, I'm telling you, those kids can shoot, and that's what I do with Deland, too. Laney, I just put her out there, penetrate, kick. She's going to knock it down.
And Enterprise kind of dribbles over into no man's land.
And
now
Enterprise
hand it off into more no man's land.
Little outmatched right now, Boom.
Yeah. And that ball's taken back away.
Good play there.
Up and no good. Sierra down at the rebound, and she'll bring it up the court. Bella Stone for three. Off the front of the rim. Sierra goes up for the rebound. Tip to Schmierbach. That's Laney. No, that's Schmierbach.
They look like twins. Well, that's her. And then Sierra Logue, I have to say, the last time I seen her play was against Cameron Brink in the state tournament. Had a big game up there, right, against her? Was that her or the next game?
No, that was her.
And she played tough, had like 12 points and 10 or 12 rebounds, gets arguably the best player in the state. And out here, it's like taking candy from a baby for Sierra, Tanisha, girls like Tony and Kaylee. Even without Bella, you had a 21-point lead, and things are looking good for South.
Tatum Schmierbach checks back into the game for the Lady Panthers, along with Lottie Dillard. And that free throw off the back iron and in. Iron Kind there for Schmierbach. as the Panthers lead grows, 34-12. Enterprise.
Nice little pass there.
And this one's from deep and off the mark. Tatum with the rebound, looks ahead to Sis. Sis, little fumble there. Oh, nice little jab step and finish.
That Tatum's a freshman, right, Boom?
Yeah, Tatum, 24. She's
good looking kid. Bigger than.
Yeah. And that's going to be a foul against the Lady Panthers.
Good son of a good-looking basketball player. Rebound, look up the floor, and that's what Tatum did on the last one. She gets the board, looks out right, and up the floor, three-quarters court to assist.
Nice little jab step move there, up and in.
Good little player for Enterprise right there.
Mariana St. Chow.
St. Chow's kind of kept men, got a little offensive flow going. That's the only offensive flow, really.
Shaq off the dribble. And
trying to do too much there.
Kendall Feely back into the Panthers.
Kendall Feely back into the game for the Lady Panthers.
And that's the problem right there, Boom, as a coach, right there when you're up 20. And then, stay within your offense, run some sets. Don't try to have, kids try to do too much and, not run the offense and you get yourself in trouble. But that's an opportunity to take time, get some ball movement, and don't force it.
Nice little spin move there.
Great
off
little
the
shot
glass
there.
And in. Madison Lovett.
Found myself rooting a little bit for Enterprise right there. Good little move.
Is it 36-19?
Yeah, they close the gap here a little bit, and that's what happens when you force it on the offensive side, turn it over, and they come back and score. That's like an 8-point difference right there in the last two possessions.
And diving on the floor is Enterprise, and Enterprise is going to call another timeout. They're going to be out of timeout soon.
Good job, though. Good call right there, down 17. What are you going to do? A little short-handed, a little overmatched. Instead of going crazy, good job by a coach. Call timeout, get that possession.
Fans, Table Rock Sports is pleased to welcome a new sponsor this winter, Schlesinger and the Villeneuve Attorneys. They specialize in areas of personal injury, workers' compensation, medical malpractice, wrongful death, and other claims, and have offices in Salem, Eugene, Roseburg, Grants Pass, Medford, and Klamath Falls. Schlesinger.
Say that fast 3 times.
Thank you guys for your sponsorship, and I know the kids and the families really appreciate it. Remember, in about a minute here, 1 minute, 1 second left, the Medford Parks and Recreation halftime report will be coming up. We'll recap scoring and stats, tell you about some great youth sports programs coming up in 2020. Visit playmedford.com to learn more or to register your young superstar.
I got Joe Brett in the house.
The man,
and Cuz Sean.
The legend, Joe Brett.
And he's under.
You want to be my halftime guest? Yes, Joe Brett's going to join us at halftime. What a treat at home. Turn the volume up loud. Turn the Niners game down. Joe Brett's going to give you a little update on Table Rock Sports. Anything else you might want to add? Would love to hear from him.
Shaq. Hustle play there by Shaq.
And, Enterprise, one thing defensively they've done really well here in the second quarter is they've closed off any penetration lanes from South Medford, and they do that within their zone defense. South Medford's created some mistakes within what they're trying to do offensively, almost trying to get too far. Once the defense starts building walls like that against you, that's when you got to be able to kick the ball and use your weapons on the outside. Panthers will earn themselves a trip to the line there, and DeLynne's able to knock it down.
I really like that,
but you've seen a couple times turnovers just trying to take it too far.
Well, Tom using a lot of different combination of players and, being able to experiment a little bit there. And Tony got a couple fouls early. But Lainey DeLynne, I tell you, I seen her on the JV roster the other day because they swing up and down. But telling she's a pure shooter, and more and more she's going to become more and more part of this offense.
The three from the right wing. Down at the rebound, it's Tatum Schmierbach. She'll go to Lottie Dillard, and kind of a secondary push. Lainey DeLynne for three off the back iron.
She would have been right on cue there, but again, a lot of different combinations for South.
And there's a jump ball. So possession will go to the Panthers. 15 and a half seconds left. We might even get Keshawn Coleman on at halftime. He did a couple Mustangs games with me this year.
I'm going to ask him a little bit about Tony's game. And
Panthers turn it over. Enterprise turns it right back over. And that's one dribble too many. Enterprise comes away with another turnover. 5 seconds left in the half. Ooh, nice little Euro step there. Up and in for Heather Alexander.
That's the Oregon crossover right there. 1, 2, 3. Hey, credit right there to Enterprise to even kind of keep it similar to close. And at the same time, Tom Cole being able to use a lot of his different players, and with Bella out and using everybody in the game at 38-21 and a half, Boom.
38-21. Enterprise won the second quarter, though. So Coach Anthony Williams got to be excited about that. Panthers, though, take a 17-point lead to the break. When we come back, we're going to have the Medford Parks and Recreation halftime show and a chance to visit with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joe Brett. We'll be right back after this.
I'm Officer Mike Jackson, Medford Police Department School Resource Officer for South Medford High School, as well as 5 elementary schools nearby. With 5 resource officers working in partnership with Medford schools, safety is a top priority and essential to promoting a positive learning environment. SROs receive specialized training in how to communicate with students in a school setting and also teach classes to students, staff, and parents on important safety issues. I'm School Resource Officer Mike Jackson, working to ensure the safety of
Man comes to save the day.
Yeah, I'm sick, and I come up those stairs, and I'm really lightheaded when I get up the stairs. And all of a sudden, I start to go down, and I go, well, I'm going down.
Well, I can say, I call 911.
Oops.
That was a quick entrance to get out of here.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us.
Welcome back here. Halftime. The Panthers. The scoreboard shows the Panthers are down by about 75 right now. I have a little scoreboard malfunction. I'm going to blame BG Gould on that. Anyway, though, here, Panthers have a 38-21 lead at the break over the visiting Lady Hornets of Enterprise High School out of Redding, California. Got Joe Brett, the head coach of the Table Rock family, on the horn with us today. Joe, welcome.
Great to be here, Boom.
I think you're going to try to pump some YouTube subscriptions.
Well, I just have got such great feedback all season. We started in September with a whole new format to our website. It used to be a really clunky deal. You had to go on there, click onto our game center, then go into the live events, then find your game and click on the little TV, and eventually you'd get there. Now, when you come to our homepage on TableRockSports.net, on Football Fridays, we have 7 or 8 live games that you can display and watch simultaneously. Right. It's because we're based on a YouTube channel now that's given us all kinds of flexibility, and it's made it a streamlined process. You come, you see your game, you click on it, or you just shop through the games on a Friday or Tuesday or Friday night in basketball season and pick the one that's a hot game to watch for a little while. But that has been an incredible, the fan response to that has been thankful, and it's easier and quicker, and more people can get to the games quicker. So that's all based on our participation and partnership with YouTube. So we're making a little push now in the winter season. We need a few hundred subscriptions to get to a level where we're really going to be entrenched with YouTube, and they're going to see us as a real value as a partner with them. So if we could just get fans to go to our Table Rock Sports YouTube page. Just go to YouTube, in the search bar, type in Table Rock Sports. As soon as you hit enter, it'll come up with a red subscribe button. You'll see, click on that, enter your email information. You'll get updates on the live games before they come on. You can pick your favorite teams and filter that. You'll be entered for prizes, crispy, crunchy chicken, and giveaways for 2020 tickets to Oregon State and Oregon College athletic events. So every couple of weeks, we'll take our new subscribers, do some random drawings, get some prizes going for them to thank them. But if we can build our subscriptions, we can continue this service for years to come, and it's going to allow us to do more games. Just last night, we had the North Medford girls at Mountainside. We have a great boys basketball crew that goes with the Crater boys. Our top team and one of the top players in the nation feature right here in our Table Rock Sports Home. Every Friday they travel, or Tuesday, our boys team goes with them. We'll have the Crater Clackamas game from the MLK Classic at the University of Portland on Monday the 20th. That's a 4:30 game that day. So great coverage insofar as we're able to travel now. We're building crews throughout the state. So we had those road games yesterday. We got a little bonus coverage the second half of the Crater girls on the road at Springfield. So we're really excited about that. If fans can support us by that one click and subscription, or maybe have a couple of their friends do so as well, we'll continue to be able to do more games, even away games, and continue the great connections we're making.
So YouTube, and then go to the search bar and type Table Rock Sports. And then I'm just going to click on that shiny red button.
Subscribe.
It always feels good to click on the red button anyway. So,
and you may go home with crispy, crunchy chicken dinner for your whole family, or you may go to a Ducks or Beavers football game next fall. That both those teams are showing a little promising and together for one of those rare moments. So you can't go wrong anyway. And when you subscribe to those game notifications, I love that. I get the updates and then check on my guys.
And then one other thing too, Joe, I wanted to just build on what you were talking about. But I was talking to head coach of the South Medford boys basketball team during football season. He's like, man, Table Rock Sports is so amazing. And I'm not trying to toot our own horn. This is what James Whiteman said. It's like watching the NFL ticket. I mean, he said, what are you guys going to have, like Red Zone next year?
Screens, right? Yeah, that's the next step, I guess. Just a clearinghouse for highlights live as you go along. But it's right there for fans. It's so great. And we're also locked in now for full swimming coverage, preliminaries through the finals, February 21st and 22nd in Tualatin. The state swim community is thrilled about that. Our second year there, we're going to have some coaches on mics, on headsets with us. Our coverage is going to just be great. And we're doing the entire 4, 5, and 6A boys and girls tournaments through to the finals. Nobody televising those finals.
It's news to us. It's news to me.
So you just got the news break there, and so we'll see you at the University of Portland in March at the 6A boys and girls, and we're hoping these South Medford girls are up there with you.
Absolutely, and they've done a great job so far. Joe, thanks for joining us on this halftime show.
Always good. Thanks, Boom.
Brought to you by the Medford Parks and Recreation. And thanks to their sponsorship.
Those folks are near and dear to my heart.
Absolutely.
Our grandson, Kashan, starts Parks and Rec's Little Hoopsters tomorrow at 2:30 at the Santos Center.
Are you going to be any good?
He's got game, only if you can take advantage of those great Parks and Rec programs.
Right, that's right.
Get your kids dialed in.
Absolutely. So make sure you guys get in touch with Rich Rosenthal. I know he's done a lot for the community at Medford Parks and Rec and his staff down there. Rich is a great guy. I was the SID at SOU when I signed there, so he's a solid dude. Anyway, we're going to take a break. Thanks to Joe Brett for swinging by.
Thanks for having me.
Have a little pump for that YouTube subscription. So go ahead and go do that. We'll be right back after this quick word from our business partners. Clear.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is a guy from Lake who made it all possible. Carlos. Hey, Carlos. Hey, Carlos. You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
but not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guy during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 40 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland and Medford, and now Bill's Glass.
Free throws. Can we zoom in a little bit? Come on, man. You're mailing it in there at the end of the second quarter. Let's see my girls down there. Give me a little zoom. Give me a little. Show me the coach a little bit. This is my most the guy I never have to worry about. It's at the post office, Johnny.
Circle K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward Program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Oh, I got to do the South game? Is the South game here? Tuesday? Who's going to video? Friday? Well, welcome back here live. We're at halftime. The Panthers up 38-21. Now it says 38-18. I knew I was right. They got 3 points there mysteriously at one point, and I was like, I don't know about that. So they got the scoreboard fixed. We got about a minute left to the start here of the second half. I just got some good news. The San Francisco 49ers are up 24-10 at the break. And Panthers, I guess, ended up winning that second quarter. Find themselves ahead by 20, 38-18. As we head to the third quarter, Enterprise will start with the basketball. And Enterprise gets a bucket here early. So on the board in the second half is Enterprise. Enterprise comes out. Well, looked like a man-to-man defense, but is in zone. There's a little high-low. Kaylee with the catch, spinning. Bella Stone for three. Bang! And able to put it down there from distance, and the Panthers up now 41-20. Coleman pressuring. Seychell. Alexander on the run, and Bella Stone gets a piece of it and chases it down, looks ahead. Tony Coleman dribbling, baseline, still dribbling. Tanisha inside. Sierra says, I'm taller than you, out to Wheels. Bella Stone, shot fake, over to Tanisha from about 17
Good
feet.
job right there. Good ball movement there. That's what you want to see right there, huh?
And now Kaylee is limping off the floor. And we got Baby Shark on. So Seth and Saya, if you guys are awake from your nap, you can get your funk on to Baby Shark.
No, good job there by South Medford offense. Move the ball around, that extra pass, Tanisha knocks it down. I'd like to see that on her offensive skill set as it improves, as she grows. And that's a good extra pass there, knocks it down from the elbow, and that's a good look for Tanisha.
Coleman cues it in. Schmierbach out to Bella Stone. Back to Schmierbach on the cut, and that one is knocked away by Enterprise. Saved there by the Lady Hornets, and Enterprise turns it over. Coleman chases it down, and then shot is blocked, but Coleman is fouled on the play and will head to the line.
Well, I was about ready to say no blood, no fouls. Late whistle there, but good job by Tony getting the steal and then driving the bucket, and draws a foul and earns 2 at the charity stripe there, Boom.
Tony 2 for 2 in today's game from the line. And first one up and in for the junior.
And Coach Travis Brink, if you're listening in, worked with her all off season and knocked down those free throws.
Uncle Travis. Second one up. And
Jinxter.
Yeah, you got the magic, the Midas touch with the
you.
jinx, man. You're Captain Jinxie Cat.
I'm blaming that on Uncle Trav.
Well, blame on Papa Dan. Coleman
and another steal, finish.
And up and in. Ball's up. Tony gets screened. Tanisha takes over. A little man-to-man pressure. And that's going to be a hand check against Coley.
That's kind of a little weak sauce right here.
What's that breath mint you like? Oh, Tic Tac.
Yeah, that's a little ticky-tack right there. But, getting late early for Enterprise and Medford officials being nice.
St. Chow has it. Hands off to Alexander. This one's from deep, off the iron. Sierra Logue down with the rebound. She'll go to Bella Stone. Bella Stone leads the Panthers up the break. Shot fake there from Coleman. Will go to the baseline to Schmierbach.
And right here, Boom, is my here's my pet peeve as a coach. Well, hey, warm beer and not running the set when you're up 26 and just kind of throwing it around, not having an idea. Get in something, run something, and so that's 2 pet peeves in about 30 seconds.
You have a lot of them. I mean, you're my dad, so I know all of your pet peeves, but you have a few of them. I mean.
Yeah, especially when it comes to running a set on the offensive side when you're up. Take some time off the clock, be patient. But Sierra Logue, just real quick comment about Sierra, she looks like a force on the board. And her improved offensive skill set, she looks like the real deal, too. What is she, a sophomore?
Yeah, just a sophomore. Only one senior, I believe, on this team, and that's Bella, who's not playing today. Bella Petrochetti.
Jinxed her, too.
Ball's up for grabs there, and Say Chow able to chase it down there for the Lady Hornets. Taken away by Schmierbach and taken right back by the Lady Hornets. Ball's on the ground.
Good job by Tanisha right there. Stay right there on it. They get on the floor first, but smart job there by Tanisha to get there and get that jump. And we got the possession.
5 minutes, 5 seconds left here in the third quarter. Coleman inbounds. Flipped right back to her by Schmierbach. Enterprise in their 2-3 zone defense. Bella Stone here on the right wing. Sends it over across to Schmierbach. Penetrating. Would have been a nice time to kick it there. Bella Barley would have had a look.
What kind of
kicks it back
what
out.
Kind of offense they're running there with a 2-3 zone, Boo? A little high-low look or swing the ball against the zone.
Back inside to Sierra. And little step-through move there. Up with the left hand and in.
Don't need a lot of offense there if you can swing it, and get it to your big girl. And
Coleman takes it away, goes through her legs. Coley comes up with it. Coleman tips. That's going to be off Bella Stone and to the Lady Hornets. One thing I was going to say, great move there by Sierra. The only thing I would like to see her do, being an old big man myself,
protect that
instead of bringing it down by your knees, bring it up across from shoulder to shoulder and rip that thing right across your forehead when you're stepping through. You bring it down low, you let little, what I would call gnats have the ability to be able to reach in there. But she was strong enough, even though when it was low, to be able to protect it when she stepped through.
Yeah, because those guards in good teams, they're going to come down and they're going to slap at it. And plus, you're going to have a lot bigger players at the top. Great play there. Just doesn't get it to go. Yeah, and Sierra's got to learn that because she's going to
stop and go there from Say Chow. But Schmierbach's going to take
all
it
over the
away.
place, creating havoc. Up
Bella
the floor
Stone.
to Tony Coleman.
Oh, no good there, and it's going to stay with South Medford.
South gets a call there. Bella kind of influenced that call. I think it was off her. Good-looking kid, though. First time I've seen her, too, Boom, is
Emma definitely got fouled. Sierra, offensive rebound, and she gets fouled, and we'll head to the line. 3 minutes and 57 seconds left here in the third quarter. Panthers leading 48-20.
Last score I've seen, 49ers 27. Vikings 10. For those that are watching a little football score.
Free throw there from Logue is off the back iron out. Lottie Dillard checking in for Emma Schmierbach. Second one up by Sierra. That's in. Enterprise kicks it out for three. That's short. Coleman down with the rebound. She will push. Crossover there. Outside to
Good
Stone.
pass by Bella.
Yeah, good extra pass there from Stone. That's going to be off of Enterprise. Will stay with South Medford. 3 minutes, 34 seconds remain here in the third period. There's Stone in the corner from Coleman for three. Off the mark, Sierra with the offensive rebound, missed the putback. And brought that one down a little bit.
Again, just talking about that. I know 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", a little bit different, and guys basketball versus girls. But anytime you bring it down, and she brought it down again there, Boom, back to the point that you made. Tony kind of directing the officials there.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you got, Tony? Off Enterprise, but officials give it to Enterprise anyway.
Tony knocks it away.
Good job
Sierra
there.
Out to Bella. Stone, left hand, up and in.
Now, if she was really unselfish,
Dropped
tip
it to
that up
Tony.
to Tony. No, that was one for Bella. Just finish that. Don't overpass that situation. Just finish it up unless you're going to dunk it, Tony.
Yeah. 51-20. Say Chow. That's a nice pass there. And the left-handed lay-in doesn't go. Coleman pushes. Bounce pass. And a little bit too much air on that bounce pass. You got to throw a little bit more out in front.
A little more angle on that. One of the things we get on our point guards for is that one-handed pass. If you're going to make it, we love it. But if you don't make it, then we're all over you. Drop step, ball fake.
Alexander.
Glass.
Off the window. And the bank is open on Saturday from distance. Did she call it? Inside
Sierra getting good
drop
job.
step.
Good job.
Good job doing her work early. And a good job of sealing that defender.
That's what I was just going to say. Yeah, really good job. Smart, headsy play there by Sierra. Savvy little basketball player inside. Going to have to be when you go up against the likes of Cameron Brink. And as they just get bigger and meaner and stronger as they move forward, Boom.
Yeah. The Vaughn Lay girl from West Lynn, she gave us fits last year in that second round. So, there's a couple big girls. Sierra, one of them. I think Sierra received an offer from Portland State already.
That's impressive as a sophomore, and really, she has a lot of improvement on the offensive side. So,
Shaq will kick it out. Laney DeLynn.
Telling you.
Buckets.
Spot that girl up. She'll knock them down. Seen it. Been there, done that. Her dad, a master at it, and she's getting better at it all the time, Boom.
On the floor is Feely. And DeLynn throws an interception. No, it's football, no. Enterprise has it with 1 minute remaining here in the third period. Nice little dribble handoff there. Alexander through traffic and up, and it's not going to be able to get it to go. Shaq looks ahead to Lynn. Tries to make a bounce pass around a defender. That's going to stay with the Lady Panthers. Tatum Schmierbach.
Nice play right there, Shaq.
And a good job, Shaq, catching it, not being in a rush, taking her time, pivoting correctly, shielding the defender, and able to get the finish.
And again, that out-of-bounds play being big, 6 or 8 points a game. If you run it right, boom, you're going to get it underneath your basket, especially, you have something you can run. They execute excellently right there and able to get the bucket.
Alexander at the line for the Lady Hornets. First one up and no good. Second one up for Alexander. That's going to be off the mark as well. Lady Panthers down with the rebound. Shaq will bring it up. Lottie, bounce pass. Tatum Schmierbach, that's off the mark. And a jump ball. Possession arrow going to Enterprise. Kylie Mendes back in for Enterprise. .20 seconds left. Mendes across the timeline. It's going to be out off the Lady Panthers. 10.5 seconds left here in the third period. Mendes, no good. 2 seconds left. Panthers won't get a shot up. That's going to do it for 3 quarters here from South Medford High School and Dennis Murphy Court. The South Medford Panthers lead 58-23. We'll be right back after this quick word from our sponsors.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is the guy from Lithia who made it all possible, Carlos. Hey, Carlos. You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guy during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on LithiaSuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
I saw a parent, dad in the stands yelling at his kid, trying to coach him from the bleachers, and the embarrassment on the kid's face. It looked like he was about to cry while playing the game.
I think it's very embarrassing for a student athlete to see their parents being escorted out of the gym or off the playing field.
I'd be surprised if that kid comes back to the game.
And you risk a child enjoying the game, that you rob them of the fun. You have made a bad choice.
Welcome back here live at South Medford High School. Going to the fourth quarter. Panthers lead 58-23 and have played, well, they've played, I would say, okay. I'm sure Tom Cole have a few things he would point out that they could have done better. As is always the case of a coach, but up by as much as they are, it's a good thing. Swing that over there to Chamberlain. She'll dribble it out, swing it back to Stone. Skip pass there to Feely. Logue will pop out. Sierra looked like she might shoot it there for a second. Kaylee will pull the trigger from the corner. Bang! Wheels from downtown. And the Panthers build on that lead.
Talk about leaner and meaner right there. Kaylee looking in good shape and knocking down that three, grabbing a rebound here, and following the footsteps of her sister Ulu's at Weber State, and all over the place right now. Wheels
will hit it again.
Oh!
Just off the back iron. Flashes to the ball. will kick it out. Feely, Bella, nice shot fake, spin move, and one too many steps, and is whistled for the travel.
Not sure about that. At home, up 38, though. Probably going to get that call.
Yeah, and at some point, like in football, there's the mercy rule. I think that's 40.
Yeah, keep that rolling. Keep that clock rolling.
baby.
I think it is 40 in basketball, too.
And that three-pointer's up off the mark. Nice offensive rebound there from Enterprise. Seychow for three. And another offensive rebound on long rebounds, both times from the Lady Hornets.
Yeah, I've been on both ends of that, you know. Up 38 and down 38. And
really, I've never been down 38 before in basketball.
That was City League or something. I don't know. I was playing against Doc in the old days in Ashland City League or something.
Maybe I've been down 38 before. I don't think so, though.
No, South Medford High School never down 38 when in 2000, 2001, 2002. In the Boom and Heil, yeah, the Boom and Heil era, Fiji era.
Yeah, we had a pretty good run. Bella Stone, nice little dribble to open that passing lane up. Schmierbuck can't finish. Schmierbuck hustling to it. Able to chase it down. Emma will go to Kaylee, who launches from three.
Schmierbuck, she's all over the floor. I tell you, what a hustle player and kid that you want on your team. Defensively, offensively, get bored, kick it out, get back in there and fight.
Turn for three.
That's a good-looking kid, Bella Stone. Great addition to the South Medford team. And
Tom Cole talked about a little bit in Coach's Corner. He said he doesn't think it's the team with the most talent across the board, but he said in his 13 years it's the deepest across the board.
That's kind of surprising. They've had some great teams, but a lot of times it's been their starters and not much on the bench. Where this year, Boom, they do have they're 10 deep.
Yeah. Which not only, not only is it good to have that many deep, tempo and,
growth,
for
yeah.
practice.
Yeah.
Practicing, being able to play against somebody that's as good as you are.
Yeah.
And that's pushing you every day to become better. Otherwise, they're going to take your spot. That is huge because you can get so much better within the season and becomes a game within a game where you really have to go compete every day. And you can't really rest on your laurels, so to say. So that competition that it creates will only continue to make these ladies better as the season progresses. And it might be the best competition they have. I know Sheldon's not bad. But outside of them, maybe in the conference, it's tough, to get that kind of level of competition. And Shaq with a nice little spin move and finish.
Well, yeah, they got the Sherbach sisters and
Feely is a freshman.
They got Feely, the Feely family,
Bella
tenacious.
Stone.
Bella,
And everybody else is a year better,
Yeah,
a
so
year more mature and been at the state tournament.
Yeah, and Tanisha and Sierra, they're like bookends there. They're hustle players, hit the boards. And then, of course, you got Tony, who's a tenacious defensive player, point guard, and Kaylee knocking him down. And we haven't even seen Bella, this year, or I haven't,
Yeah.
But so great nucleus, great. Looks like they're coming together. Good transition game going into the league.
Lottie Dillard for three. That's going to be off the mark. You're not going to win that race. I don't care who you are. As Tony chases the ball down.
Now here's where you want to run something that you can go to. But a lot of times this kind of game turns into, hey, if I can beat you, I'm going to go ahead and beat you. And if I can shoot it, I'm going to shoot it. And
yeah.
As a coach, you're going, hey, run a set.
Mendy's up and off the mark. Ball will go to South Medford. There were 3:47 left.
Yeah, I haven't mentioned that Dillard girl, but what is she, freshman, sophomore?
Sophomore.
Good-looking
and then
kid,
obviously
too.
we've talked about Lainey DeLynn.
Yeah, and she's a great shooter.
Shaq We'll go back out to Emma. Emma penetrates up and in.
And not only she has a great floor game and hustles and plays great defense, I mean, she's offensive minded too, and she can put it down.
Nice spin move there. Up and in. J.C. Whetstone for Enterprise.
Good looking pass. Dillard just kind of not able to handle a little bit too much sauce on that from Tony, but good idea. Good look by Tony.
3 minutes, 5 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Bring it across the timeline. Tony's going to say, give me that.
No foul. Great job there by Tony. She tackled her, stepped over her, no foul. Great body language by Tony. Keep that alive.
Yeah. Tanisha on the boards, comes down with it. And it's going to be a held ball. Possession arrow goes to the Lady Hornets here with 2:39 remaining in the fourth period. All Panthers 68-26 as Enterprise is down a couple of players. Well, 3 players to be exact.
And one of them a big-time player, right, Boone?
Yeah. I think all 3 of them were starters or key contributors at least. That ball's knocked away by Lottie Dillard.
Well, it's too bad. Come over the mountain like that. It's supposed to be snowing. We've made that trip to Red Bluff a few times, and coming over the Siskiyous, that's why we got an early start here tonight, I think.
Yeah, ball inbounded. Enterprise has it.
But, yeah, coming over without 3 starters and snow imminent.
Yeah.
Might have to spend the night in Ashland.
Laney DeLynn for 3 off the mark. Rebound down to a host of Enterprise players. Cole's going to get out and pressure. Nice little spin move there.
See it, Tony going the other way. Going to lay it up.
Dunk it, Tony. Dunk it. Gets 2 more to add to the book.
I know Tony's worked hard on her game, stress on her to pull up, hit that 15-foot jump shot, play tough D, but her role, play tough D, penetrate, and score in transition. She'll be able to do that today, Boom. And more they're going to ask her, and we're going to call on her more to get that offense going and, get in the motion, offense, do some stuff. But starts with defense for Tony and the South Medford Panthers. But watch out if she hits that 15-footer or
right
that 3-pointer like Laney's throwing up. It'll be really tough to deal with.
Shoot it, Tom.
Tony's been there, done that. Probably not going to do it.
No. Yeah, they look like they're just going to take the remaining time off the clock.
Well, the 49ers are finishing up. We got another big game going. Good job, Tony.
Yeah.
Tony, a little. Go dunk it now, Tone. No.
And the South Medford Panthers able to get the job done today here at home. 70-26 over the Lady Hornets of Enterprise High School. Thank you for joining us here today on Table Rock Sports. For the Chief, Dan Marshall, the one and only Caleb Franklin, I am Boomer Marshall saying thank you for joining us. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Good evening, and God bless.